Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to part 4 of the Mortal Kombat 1993 commentary. Why didn't I say that before? Because I will be doing Mortal Kombat 1992, but I don't know when that'll be. This is a better time than ever to talk about MAME re-recording. MAME re-recording it's basically an emulator made for tassing arcade games. However, I think it's version, I think it can only go up to version 1.43, but it's only for experimental purposes. Use it at your own risk, according to task videos. So until they make something decent for it, they probably could use, I would probably say that they'd probably put that in a BizHawk or something. But yeah, for now, no arcade games will be recorded. I can't use it on my current PlayStation 3. Even my launch model PlayStation 3, even if I tried to, I couldn't do a dang thing with it, particularly because the hard disk is drilled in. So I'm limited. And here we go. As I said before in one of the earlier parts, I think it was part 1, or was it part 2? I forget. Rayden and Sub-Zero are the only two characters that if you get a double flawless victory, or as they like to just call it, double flawless, and do the fatality in the pit, I think you can only do this every 6th match, or every 6th game. Well, normally it's every 6th game if you don't use cheats. And what potentially happens is you'll be able to fight Reptile, and in the arcade version, if you defeat Reptile, you get 10 million points. That'd be quite nice, you know. I'd like to talk about Rayden's ability set a bit, because I've always kind of been okay, enough of that. Raiden can shoot lightning out of his hand. He is the Thunder God, after all, who has taken human form. Alone is how to find me. Yeah, we understand that, Reptile. Okay, so if you do the command sequence for the Hadouken, down forward and lower high punch in the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat, you know, he'll shoot lightning. So was that an intentional Ryu reference? Perhaps. If you do back and forward, he can do the Superman, which is, if I had to say, one of the best abilities in Mortal Kombat. I always remember the day when I heard, "Give me my money!" Oh crap! I timed that off perfectly with a fatality. Sweet. Now, one of the things I've always complained about Rayden, though, many people have said that Rayden's name is spelled R-A-I-D-E-N. I have stated many times to people that have played the Mortal Kombat games on the Genesis that R-A-Y-D-E-N sounds more dang accurate than R-A-I-D-E-N. His name is Rayden, not Rayden. Am I right? It's like the whole translation error with Raymundo from Shaolin Showdown. It's Raymundo, not Raymundo. So it makes me wonder, why would you want to have that I there? The Y is better. I've always preferred the Y. It's like anybody. It's like the particular names, such as let me toss in, like, let's say like Ashley, Barney, Kelly, Kelsey, Marnie. If they end in IE, I don't know. I just don't like that. They look better. They look better to read if you take out that IE or EE or whatever E and replace it with EY. This is actually one of the reasons why the English language is probably one of the hardest ones to understand when it comes to the spelling department. It's probably easy to pronounce stuff when you get the gist of it. But when it comes to actually spelling these words out, what can you really say, right? Then again, dang, how long have I been ranting about Rayden's name? Have I been going on for a few minutes? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I'm doing these commentaries, I get a little carried away, but hey, that's okay. That's completely fine. When you're doing a commentary, you're being yourself. You are being yourself, no matter what. However, in my case, I've been up for about 20 hours. I've been up for about 20 hours. I had 2 pieces of bread with Miracle Whip. Essential Everyday brand. You know what? Now that that's stuck in my mind, let's talk about Essential Everyday brand. Essential Everyday brand, brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. Home to quality, although somewhat generic, good quality food. I actually prefer this cereal. Here's actually something that they don't ever tell you about store brand cereals. When you're getting store brand cereal, if you compare, like for example, suppose you buy a box of Cocoa Puffs or a box of Fruit Loops, and then you buy an actual box of Cocoa Puffs and an actual box of Fruit Loops, just to compare, you will notice right off the top of your head, like for example, Essential Everyday brand, Super Stop and Shop brand, Price Right brand. You compare those cereals to the actual cereals under the professional first party names. What you will notice here is that said cereals will taste slightly different but look exactly the same. Or they might just be the same dang cereal that you've been having all this time. So again, this really makes us wonder, do these stores have deals with the companies so that, yes, they can sell their cereal, but under the store brand name for a far more cheaper price? To be quite frank about it, those companies still get something out of it. So you're better off purchasing the cheap version of the cereal. You're better off doing that in the long run because it fits the script, doesn't it? If it doesn't fit the script, I don't really know what's right or wrong with not you necessarily, but whoever would probably think that way, If you think it's wrong, then there's probably something wrong. But what do I know? I'm just looking at cats and gargoyles in the background, and Rayden just killed himself. Ah, you have found me. Now prove yourself. Yep, that's right. We got to fight Reptile now. However, Reptile had to be taken a completely different overhaul in the in Mortal Kombat 2. Because in the sequel, Reptile is actually a reptile. He is not a mixture of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I had to tool assist this. Now, don't get me wrong, I can beat Reptile regularly, but I wanted to show off that I, yes, can beat Reptile flawlessly, using the fatalities. I'm quite surprised that when anybody does a tool-assisted flawless playthrough, that's what they call them now, TFPs of Mortal Kombat, they don't tend to take the reptile route. What? Do you guys have any beef with reptile? Be honest with me. Do any of you have any beef, as the gangsters call it, with reptile? If there is anything that you do not like about reptile, please tell me. Is it the fact that he de-evolves back into a lizard? Is it because he has to have his face entirely wrapped in a black mask in Mortal Kombat Armageddon when he fights Taven? Tell me. I am quite interested. I want to know. I want to know your thoughts. $2,999 for... The heck did that person win, a couch? Yeah, The Price is Right is now on with Drew Carey. I've always loved The Price is Right, though. Bob Barker, he can do a cereal commercial. Has Bob Barker ever sold cereal? If Bob Barker sold cereal, I'd be quite surprised. What the heck would he call them? Bob Parks? Bob Barkers? Actually, no. Bob Barker, if you ever watch this video, I have an idea for you. Barker bars. Yes. That's the new big thing. Barker bars. They're basically bars made by you. Chocolate bars made by you with whatever little ingredients you want to put in there. I don't know if you're a chef, but it's something to consider. It's something to consider. Barker bars could be the next big thing. And if you don't take it up, I'll probably have to contact my friend Brooke, and then she and I could probably make some concept out of it. Either way, original idea, don't steal, copyright, patent pending, blah 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 blah. You get the point. Dang, I've really lost track of this episode, haven't I? Wait, what? Oh, come on, Rayden. There you go, Rayden. Man. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole thrill of the season right now, because, Thanksgiving is tomorrow at the time of this recording. Let's see. Yeah, Thanksgiving's going on at the time of this recording session. Right now, if the students haven't already gotten out of Lynn English Senior High, Lynn Classical Senior High, Lynn Lynn Vocational Technical Institute, or St. Mary's Senior High, well, St. Mary's Junior/Senior High anyway. Right now, if they haven't gotten out of school yet, there are pep rallies going on in all 4 schools. This is the big moment where the next day, English and Classical go up against each other at Manning Bowl. St. Mary's and Tech, they go up against each other at, I don't even know where the heck they do it. I think they do it over by Commercial Street. I forget off the top of my head, but what can I say? Yeah, I won't lie. Our pep rallies have been god-awful. Our pep rallies have been god-awful ever since Pure Sound left. Yes, the makers of Famer Juliet, really great people if you ever got to know them. Caleb, Jay Forte, you name them. They're awesome. Ever since they left Lynn English in 2011, after graduating, it hasn't been the same. Pep rallies have just not been the same, and it's because we have all we get are like, okay, here are your teams. Okay, we're gonna destroy this this pinata of like the Classical Ram or the English Bulldog, or probably like a scar on a Spartan shield, or boy, give the tiger a few scars now. You get the point. They just do that. They show the teams. They have the cheerleaders do a few things, and that's it. That is it. What happened to the quality music? What happened to the rock bands? What happened to Pure Sound? Why haven't they come back to the schools to do any concerts, right? Among all the other groups I could probably bring up right now, Team Spirit has been coming back. I've been noticing it with Lynn English. I've been seeing it with Classical, and I've definitely been seeing it with Tech and St. Mary's. But if they want to catch my interest, if I ever get the chance to watch their pep rallies again, they have to be more original. They have to have more concepts. They need to bring in something that has been missing for the past 3 years. Actually, the only one that actually had a very energetic pep rally last year was Classical. I remember it right now. Everybody got up and danced Gangnam Style. They did a whole bunch of other things here and there. You could have seen the Rotsi and a few other people. It was a ducking amazing. But as I said before, I've seen it all. I've seen it all, but I really wish there was a lot more that they could really do. If only pep rallies were, fun again. That's all I've ever wanted. All I've ever wanted was fun. I guess it's not easy to get fun nowadays. Everybody's so busy doing crap. But fortunately, however, we're in Generation 3 Royameadow. It's not all too busy. This is the craziest ending. So Rayden's not impressed with any of the contestants, Shang Tsung or Goro. So he then decides to have the contest going for years, the war resulting in the world's final destruction. Have a nice day! How clever! I wish that they had more games that acted like this. Because how else could you have a storyline like this? And that's kind of dark if you think of it. What kind of a story would involve that? What kind of a story would you have involving so you just defeated everybody, you decided to save the world, but then now look at what you've done. You decided to accidentally destroy the world even though you just ducking saved it. You know what? This actually kind of reminds me of modern day politics. Yes, I said politics, I meant politics. They're trying their best to quote. Well, actually, no, they're trying to quote unquote best try to quote unquote save the country. When in reality, we all know what they're doing behind our backs. They're just lounging in their armchair, drinking coffee, playing a new PlayStation 4. I wish. Could you imagine Barack Obama having a PlayStation 4 in his living room? That's actually something I want to see Barack Obama have in his living room. I want to see him have a PlayStation 4. I want to see somebody in the White House, just come up to the TV, pick up the DualShock 4, hook the USB, hook the micro USB to the USB 2.0. They actually break a lot. I recommend that you get the flexible ones. And then, just plug it into the console, have the controller charge up, and and this guy just lost a game of whatever the heck it's called by one number. Cover game, cover numbers, whatever the heck it's called. But, yeah. How come I'm one of the only people that would think this, though? Because, like, we know people such as Barack Obama play video games. You know, I wonder what he will do after, he's done with presidency, after he's done doing things for the country. I don't think he'll ever be done doing things for the country. He'll always be doing something good for us. When I was younger, I kind of sounded like him. Hello, I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message. I'd say that's accurate. This portion of Royameadow has been brought to you by Caitlin Rastellini, the greatest Royameadow Generation 2 Eternal Broski who ever existed. This portion of Royameadow has been brought to you by the Sonic Hacking Contest of 2014. Ready, set, procrastinate.